Hello, this is Ben Masonheimer with Silver Seas Yachts, and today I have a great boat. This is one of my favorite boats for four-season boating here in California. Today we'll be looking at a 2016 Tiara Yachts C44. This boat, and I'll say this a couple times throughout the video, has lived a charmed life. It's had 3 owners, it's owned in an LLC, and it has literally all the equipment that you'd need to do pretty much whatever you'd want to do here in California waters. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, here she is. This is a 2016 Tiara Yachts C44 Coupe. She has a beautiful blue paint job. This is a non-metallic paint. It's called Stars and Stripes Blue, and it looks absolutely great. This boat has had a charmed life and has been cared for lovingly by 3 owners. The tender that goes with the boat is just here. It's an AB. I believe it's 11.5 feet. It's an Oceanus, so this is the fancy one. It's a 2015 with a 40-horse Yamaha on it. So very nice boat. And yeah, that's as good as a jet ski right there. All right, let's go ahead and check her out. You can see she has plenty of shine on her. And these are just gorgeous, timeless boats. We have a sun pad on the bow, and it has 2 flip-up backrests and 2 sets of cup holders for a total of 4 drinks and 1 phone. So that's really nice. You have 3 positions of flip-up. Up here we have a windlass anchor. It has a handheld control. It has a stainless steel Lumar anchor. We have a spotlight. And just look at this thing. Isn't she beautiful? Every rail section has a little tiny light in it, and that'll shine down on the boat. They also come out of the engine vents and the cup holders. We have opening windows on either side, and they're forward of the helm, which is really nice. This particular boat has some clamp-on rod holders that can easily be removed. They've done no damage to the boat. They just clamp right on. Now here on the stern, we have a teak deck, but we also have quite a bit of utility. We have these rails that are removable, so if you just want to have some enclosure, this makes it legal to use this space while the boat's underway. You have flip-up tinder chocks that are built in to the deck, so these will flip up and hold the boat that we just saw, the little AB up front. We also have a bait tank that will secure to these pad eyes here. And then we have pad eyes here that you have like little rings that screw into to secure the tinder. So very multifunctional. You can fish from the boat. You can remove these and put your tinder here. And this is all custom. You even have a hookup here, just there, for the bait tank. Here's our barbecue. This is a Kenyon. Real nice barbecue. This is kind of like the shrimp on the Barbie tray. It could probably use a replace. Most of these come stock with more of a traditional barbecue, but this is better for breakfast and whatnot. You have storage below. Here's our hatch, our transom hatch. We also have a 110 outlet here. Looks like it's due for a new cover, but that's an easy thing. All the boat's maintenances are up to date. There's a couple little things that we're chasing like this, but other than that, it's just had all of its service on the Volvo engines and pods and all that. So yeah, here's your trunk space. Goes around the corner there. And it's just a great space to store your things. You have generator access here, hydraulic swim step access, pod access on either side, so quite a bit going on in here. And yeah, it's a simple space, but it just works. So I guess I should go more into depth about this, but this hydraulic swim platform here, it's a Nautical Structures swim platform designed specifically for this boat. It's made out of about, gosh, I'd say 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch plate stainless steel. It's a $44,000 option, but with the push of a button just here, or with the push of a button on a remote, this whole thing sinks underwater and it'll pick up your boat on these chocks that we talked about previously. We have 50 amp shore power. You can also run this on 30 amp, but it comes with 50 amp. You can use a converter to use the 30 amp. And it has a Glendinning, so it reels itself in and out automatically, so that's very nice. Here's our seating. It's original, and as you can see, it's in great condition for original upholstery. Our table It's a very nice table. This table has 30 hours of labor in it from Tiara. It has 2 sets of legs. These are the coffee table style legs. There's another set of legs you can put on it that bring it up to more of a dining height. This particular seat here, it's loaded down with storage at this point, but that is a draining cooler that drains out the side of the boat. The valance here, this is just something that on these boats you have to replace every now and then, but it's due for replacement. Not too big of a deal. Here's your bench seat, very comfortable seat, great condition. Look at the luster of that wood, how beautiful is that? Here's our other seat. You also have storage underneath it, and it houses our 10-inch subwoofer there. You can kind of see its reflection here. Above us, we have our make-fast sunshade. Now, this has rods that are in the trunk we just looked at that connect it from here on down, and that will allow you to use this for protection from the rain or in strong windy conditions or while you're running at speed. Now, over on this side, we have raw and freshwater washdowns. They're just plug and play right here. It's kind of hard to get to and see, but you just plug in these hoses and it automatically pressurizes. After that, we have a hot and cold water shower just here. And just look at this, what a beautiful space. All right, let's move forward. The floors have been refinished. All of these boats, you know, you're going along and something falls off at some point, and they get little dents and dings. But this one, they spent about $4,000 and completely refinished these whole floors. Here's our galley. We have a newer refrigerator here. We have our convection oven microwave. Plenty of storage below. You have your trash bin just here. There's a couple little boo-boos, like here. Look at this L-shaped sofa across the way. How beautiful is that? Now, this boat is 1411 wide at the gunnel, but it's under 13 feet at the waterline. So when you're sitting here, you're sitting in the flare of the hull. How beautiful is that? What a cool thing, right? So this table here, again, you can switch the legs. It can go to the coffee table height. One thing I like about these legs, they screw into the floor, so they're not something you slot into the floor, and then when you pull it out, it's going to kill you because it's going to hit you in the chin. These just screw right in. 50 years from now, they'll still be working. The table can fold out. So now we have like a full-on dining experience here. 2 zones of air conditioning and heating in this area. Here's the controls. You have your head and fresh water. Here's your generator. It's a 9 kW. It has 1,100 hours on it. Stereo controls. Inverter. This is a Multiplus 2,000 watt inverter from Victron. Here's our very, very fancy blue water desalination water maker that the boat has. That the boat is just really kitted out. And just great little cubbies for gear. Now down below we have our rail panel. This is our AC/DC panel. We have all of our GFIs for the whole boat here. Up top we have our AC panel. Now look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 air conditioners in this boat. They're also heaters. Down below we have our battery switches, all of our DC panel. So very easy to get to. What's nice about this boat, you just leave everything here on the way you'd like it. When you come aboard, you turn on your battery switches and it's all ready to go, because this is the master cutoff here. You have your meter select that shows you what's going on with your batteries, so you can switch it to house bank, port engine, starboard engine. All very informative stuff. Now, look at all this glass. This is all UV tailor-made glass, custom made for this boat. Notice lack of monstrous A-pillars that give you huge blind spots. Look at how you have this beautiful window that you can throttle the air coming in at any position you'd like. So when you're in here and you have those back doors slid open, if you're sitting just here everyone in this area, it's like you're in the same area. So this is the interior, but it's still kind of the cockpit as well, because it's just, you're just all in the same area. We have the largest sunroof in class. It's air operated, so very reliable. It just has one air ram right down the middle that makes it go forward and aft. Back to our galley. Oh, should have cleaned that a little bit. But anyway, here's our stove. You can tell it's never been used. Here's our sink. All these covers have their own storage spots. Here's our television, which has satellite TV. So you have satellite TV for this television, and it has its own sound bar, separate of the normal sound system, which is all JL and Fusion, and sounds extremely good. Now, let's talk more about our air conditioning and heating. You have one large unit that comes out of here, and it kind of services all the people on this side. You have another unit here. Now, I've heard it from couples that you've got the wife on one side, and she's blasting the heater, and the husband is combating that with air conditioning over here. So you definitely have options. Another thing people like to do on these boats, open the windows and doors. You're probably already running the generator, so open the windows and doors, and since you're running the generator, kick on heat or air so you can condition this area even with the fresh air coming in. Moving up to our helm, we have a dual helm seat. It's in great condition. They always do these a darker color because everyone comes by and puts their hands on them. And it's just a high traffic, high wear area. And this just holds up very well. Now this seat electronically goes forward and back. And as it goes forward, it comes up in altitude. So it really gives you a commanding view of what's going on. Here at our helm, we have two steps here. We have a tilting helm wheel. Here's our joystick. This joystick has dynamic positioning, docking mode, high-speed docking mode, and joystick driving. When you're in docking mode, this is a throttle and a steering wheel. So if I go like this, it goes forward. If I turn, it turns. When I'm in joystick driving mode, this guy right here, my throttles have to be engaged. And then this is just a joystick like a fighter jet, which is extremely fun. We have USBs over here, we have vents over here, couple cup holders, here's our ignition switches, we have Lenco auto trim tabs, Volvo Penta smart throttles with cruise control just here, low speed mode, throttle only, single lever mode, really everything you'd want. Now, this is a revolutionary boat because it was the first boat to come out with this Garmin Volvo Penta glass cockpit. We have our maps, we have our engine data, we have our stereo, we have our radar, sonar. Everything you need to know about this vessel is in those screens, and they're extremely easy to use. You even have AIS. If you see all these red blinking dots, these are AIS vessels. Your autopilot's in here. Everything's in here, so really easy to use. You have a commanding view. And something about Tiara is they're fanatical about weight balance. So this boat rides very flat in the water. So this view we have here at the dock is the same view you'll have while underway. We have our spotlight controls, all of our controls for accent lights, hardtop lights, sunroof, windlass, all right here at a touch of a button, and topped off with a very nice compass. All right, let's go ahead and head downstairs. We have these beautiful teak floors with stainless steel treads. As you come on down, here's your master. Now the master has this bifold door. It folds out, it pins in place right here and also on the floor, and you can make a complete bulkhead here with an opening door. Our bed is a queen bed. It has a topper on it. Underneath we have storage. You have another very large storage drawer down below. Here's your hanging locker. Opening portholes on either side and then one up above. Great for Catalina. Little storages on either side. The TVs have been upgraded to a larger television. You have stereo controls and then air conditioning controls as well. We have these little cubbies on either side, 110 outlets. These are Bluetooth speakers. One you can use on the bow because there's no speakers up there, and then the midship stateroom, which we're going to next, the other one goes in there and these come from the factory. So what a great space, you know, it's just feels light and airy. And when there's just two people here, you just leave this open and, you know, it's just you don't feel closed in. Here's the ensuite head. Mirrors up above, another opening porthole, medicine cabinet, beautiful fixtures, vacuum flush head, and separate shower. Now here's the day head. So again, medicine cabinet up above, opening porthole, towel rack, beautiful fixtures, teak flooring. Now this one has a toilet with a bench that folds down on top of it, and you have a get wet head. But again, this is a 41-foot boat with a swim platform that makes it 45 feet. So to even have two heads is pretty amazing. You'll see that as we come in. You have your air conditioning controls here, your light controls. Your sump pump is actually under this step. Nice carpet. We have this seating area, which is perfect for just curling up with a book or putting your shoes on. Opening portholes again on either side with shades. Storage here with a smart DVD player. More storage here. This is a massive storage, and it's cedar lined. Again, upgraded television. Now we have one bed that's good for someone my size, you know, 6'4", 6'5". The other side is good for someone about 5'5". And then you have filler cushions that fill this whole thing in, so you can have one bed and it angles here. More storage here. We have storage underneath here. Getting back to Tiara's fanatical attitude about weight balance, under here we have all water. Under there we have, or behind there I should say, we have fuel. So this is smaller than you'd see on a lot of boats, but when you drive this boat you understand why. There's our other porthole and window. So yeah, just a great cozy little area. Now as we head back this way, we have to look at the pantry. I've stuffed a lot of the things in here, but yeah, that's about 3 feet deep, so plenty of room for dishes. Most people use different type of crates, almost like milk crates that they can lift out with different things that they need. You have more storage underneath here. Let's go ahead and head up to the bow. Something you really have to see on this boat is these amazing walkways forward. They're so wide. And you have handholds the whole way going forward. Here's our radar. This is a 48-mile radar. Satellite TV. This is your dynamic positioning. You have a huge air horn. It's really fun to use when you're sneaking up on paddle boarders in Newport Harbor. Here's a better look at our sun pad. Yeah, look at this. What a beautiful thing. This boat is so unique. This model has been so kind to me and treated me well, and the clients who have owned them very well. I've never had anyone that sold one of these that was selling it to get out of boating. They're always going up because they loved it so much. All right, let's go ahead and look at the engine room. Okay, now we're down in our engine room. We have two IPS 600 engines here. These are Volvo Penta D6s. They've had all of their services. They're completely up to date as of last week. And you'll notice this boat has 960 hours on it, but it looks better than most boats with 250 hours on them. It just had new water pumps. Here's our DC panel and battery switches. We have our fuel filters and water maker. There's our water maker pump. And we have some plumbing there on the wall, as well as our compressor for the sunroof and the air horn. Here's our water heater, and we have dual water pumps in case one goes bad. Here's our battery charger and inverter. Here's all of our air conditioning pumps. And I mean, just look at this thing. Look at the metals. Absolutely phenomenal. This boat has had all of its services its whole life, and it's just in great condition. I mean, It literally looks better than most of the 250-hour boats that I see. Here's our ISO boost transformer that cleans up the power coming into the boat. Here's our primary filter. This is a commercial style filter versus the normal one that a water maker would normally have. You can see the drain system here for our ice chest that's under our aft facing seat. We have our engine batteries there. House batteries are here below the floor. And let me see if I can just turn around here so you can get a better view. All right, look at these beauties. There's your superchargers, alternators. Yeah, this boat is just in great condition. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you liked what you saw, please give me a call at the number you see below, or you can email me. This boat's in San Diego, ready to go, completely turnkey, and I think you'll really enjoy it if this is the right boat for you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the water.